I have a 10-year problem with meth. I have lost my family, house, car, good friends. I used to be so sociable. Now I'm afraid to go into public. Too afraid I'll get caught to go to job interviews. Meth has ruined moments with my 2-year-old son that I will never get to experience again. I know that my 2-year-old knows. He looks at me different. I realized he is ignoring me because I had been ignoring him because I was too geeked up. Simple stuff like, "Dada, play cars." I say, "No, son," or "Hold on." I hate it. Maybe that's why I only get to see him on the weekends since I lost his mother also. I don't blame her. That's my life. It's hard to feel anything. I don't even know when to laugh or cry anymore.
Pretty much, yeah. It got to the point where it was pretty much running it controlled how I spent my day.
Good.
It was, most nights I didn't sleep at all, and it was just waiting for that next fix. And when it wasn't like that, it was trying to decide, what I was going to do after I got high.
We'll arrest somebody for methamphetamine, and generally, sometimes people want to be a confidential informant with us and to try to help their charges, of course. And the addiction is so bad that I've seen brothers tell on brothers. I've seen dads tell on sons, try to blame it on their own children just to get out of jail because they want to get out of jail so bad.
Because of meth, I lost just about everything that I owned, plus every dollar that I was bringing in working went towards it. I lost a house I was staying at, the vehicle I was driving at the time. I pretty much lost everything. I probably spent, in a year, I probably spent $12,000 to $13,000 on it.
My brother's been doing crystal meth for many years. He's constantly in denial about it, and I've tried everything to help him, but nothing gets through to him, not even death. Yes, I said death. He had a cardiac arrest and died for over 2 minutes. He was on a breathing tube, his heart was only functioning 13%, he was enlarged from the drugs. Doctors told him he would not pull through the next time. When he finally came home, he stayed with me so I can take care of him. Then he went right back home to his addict girlfriend. Next thing I know, he's with his no-good friends and back on meth. I'm very afraid for him. He acts like he doesn't care if he lives or dies.
It's going to vary. I've arrested people as old as probably 65 years old and people young as 13 years old with methamphetamine. I see it. The more I do this job, and the worse the problem is getting. I've really seen an influx of people younger ages starting to do it. When I first started doing this, you rarely saw kids under 17, 18 years old doing it. Now, 13, 14, 15-year-olds doing it. That's not uncommon to see.
Meth was really the only thing I did more than just a casual thing. And that's because it was just about always around because of the friends that I hung out with.
Last school year I got into meth because I thought it helped me with my schoolwork. I knew that it was not going to help forever, that eventually it would do just the opposite, but I was able to study more. I felt a lot of pressure to succeed being put on me from my parents. My initial decision was to quit at the start of summer. This didn't happen because of all the compliments I was getting from my friends because I had lost weight. I thought to myself that I would just quit when school started. A month into the summer, my parents found out and I lied to them and told them I would quit, but I didn't. The entire summer was a blur, and by the end, I knew I had a serious problem.
Well, I believe the reason why is because of the addiction level of methamphetamine. I've seen and I've watched a lot of people grow that's been young children that's gotten addicted to it. I've seen older adults that's been addicted to it for the past 5, 6, 7 years, and just I've watched them go downhill year after year and dealing with them day after day. And it's I believe it's the addiction that comes with the methamphetamine is why it's such a problem.
Hi, I have a sister, her daughter, and one of her sons, and my brother, who are all addicted to meth. My 19-year-old niece is about to have her third child, which will undoubtedly be taken from her immediately, as she has overdosed shooting up during her first 6 weeks of pregnancy. Tonight, my 48-year-old brother is lying in a hospital bed fighting for his life and has staph infection from picking and double pneumonia, and fell and broke his hip, but would not go to the hospital because he was tweaking. Now he is incoherent, delirious, has blood clots in his lungs, and when he looks at you, the pain you see is unbearable. It is not from the physical aspect. He has no life in his eyes and hasn't for a while now. My sister is as bad as him and would not report his condition until he was found in a puddle of blood. The devastation of meth is profound.
I learned on the streets that one of the nicknames for methamphetamines is it's a demon, and it is a demon. Once you let it get into you, it will not let go. It's the worst possible choice you could ever make, aside from taking someone's life. And you're practically doing that to yourself if you decide to try it. I mean, you're basically just saying, here, you know, take my life, take my blood. Because I've seen it eat away my closest friends. I've seen it take someone who was in the prime of their life, you know, star football player, and he started doing it and he lost everything.